challenge you to think about how we can create platforms that systematically enable young innovators in places like Sierra Leone to think about and solve their own problems. My name is David Sengeh, and I come from Sierra Leone. And like many other African countries, the young, people who are less than 25 years of age, are about 60% of the entire population. And these young people are dynamic, energetic friends of mine. But in general, about more than 50% of them are either unemployed or underemployed. And many of them live on less than $2 a day. And for these young, dynamic African population, there are two possible paths that they could take. One of those paths we have already taken quite many times, and frankly, we don't want to go there again, and that is to disengage them or to engage them into negative things. So the second part is to go out and recruit them as social innovators. Historically, people have organized themselves to recruit young kids to use their creativity in unimaginable negative ways. And this goes beyond boredom and economic stagnation. Or we could also actively recruit them as social innovators. And we know from this space that mentoring is something that allows kids to use their creativity and see beyond their horizon. We do that every day as Mek Am has said. I'm a grad student at the MIT Media Lab, where we use expensive tools and crazy resources to design the future. And we think about ways in which we can build the next generation technologies. But my blessing by being at the Media Lab is also my curse. Now, because the solutions that we create are enabled by the platforms and resources available to us. How then could I think about creating solutions that are relevant and affordable for Sierra Leone? I could this. As such, we need the people who are close to those problems, who understand the challenges that they face and the limitations of those solutions, to be the ones who are thinking about their own problems. The solutions can no longer be expected to come from the West. Clearly, there are innovators everywhere. And these kids can design a pool table from local materials. But I wonder, what would they do if we give them the creative freedom we have to think about their own challenges and solve them? My friends and I went to Sierra Leone this spring, and we challenged secondary school students in the Innovate Salone at the Mek Am 2012 competition, an MIT Star Ideas-based competition, where they can think about the toughest challenges that they have, and we give them the cash and connections to build prototypes for that. We were overwhelmed with over 70 applications from nearly 300 students, each trying to solve a very tangible issue in their community in areas of technology and health, civic education. And one example actually is this kid, who's a good kid, he's 16 years old, he's called DJ Focus. He proposes to help other students build and fabricate local FM radio stations, which he has already created from scrap materials so that he can engage them. Or another kid in the south of Sierra Leone are thinking about ways in which they can democratize education by distributing and disseminating quality educational curriculum via the FM radio. These are just two of the 8 finalist teams we chose. To think of the youth as future makers is wonderful, but they can lead today. With the right set of tools and platforms, we can expect the young to change Sierra Leone and Africa. They are the future makers and makers of the future. Lots of money have gone to Africa, as you all know, and some economists suggest that about 1 trillion have gone in the form of aid to Africa. We can imagine using the small chunk of this to change this paradigm of aid to Africa into made in Africa. Now, my desire and motivation to help Sierra Leone solve its problems pales in the possibility of enabling young Sierra Leoneans to tackle those same set of problems. With the right set of tools, they are much more equipped to make it in Africa. While this experiment in Sierra Leone is important, and this is what to start, what we really need are systems that will, firstly, support the youth to think of themselves as creative innovators. And secondly, we should build the systems and platforms to allow them to critically think about the challenges that they face and the toughest problems in their community, and give them, finally, the support needed to take their innovation from prototypes to something tangible. Innovation is a joyous way of living, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm happy to tell you our journey so far in helping to make Sierra Leone an innovation nation. You're welcome to join us on board. Thank you very much.